rock and roll trucker.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Trucker, the channel that likes to rock and roll, the channel that likes to play. We love to eat, we love to truck, we love to see the world around us and just have a big old time. Come on in and have a seat, let's have a good chat. We'll tell you where we're going, we'll tell you where we've been. Yes, that is me playing the music.
Good morning. It is everybody's favorite day, Monday. Yuck, boo. I'm coming off my 34-hour reset. A few hours past it, actually, but it didn't do me anything good to leave immediately as soon as it was over because my customer is still not going to quite even be open yet when I get there, even with when I've left, but we just want to be there and be ready. We are in beautiful Colorado. Like I said yesterday on the previous video, we were in Sterling, Colorado. Nice, quiet, peaceful little town. I woke up this morning and the sun had come up. It's like 5:45 here right now, something like that. I was up about 5:15. The sun was already well on its way up, and in that Walmart parking lot, it just wide open sky, just quiet and beautiful and gorgeous. And you can see out in front of me there, and you see a lot of bugs on my windshield too. Ugh. Need to clean that, man. That is one thing out here. You can't keep a clean windshield out here in these open, prairies and farmlands and stuff like that. So excuse the bugs all over my windshield. I got to get a new jug of wiper washer fluid. I didn't quite think anything of it until I'd already pulled out of the Walmart, and they weren't open yet this morning anyway. So my stupid fault. Y'all got to see a view from a dirty view there. Yeah, we're trucking along I-76, pointed towards Denver, but destination is Aurora, Colorado. We've got 15,000 pounds of corrugated cardboard boxes, going to some food type warehouse. I don't think it's a big refrigerated warehouse. I hope not, because if not, we might have a fighting chance of actually getting unloaded. We shall see. The Google reviews, there we go. The Google reviews for the business were hit or miss. Some were spectacular, some were this takes forever. So I don't really know what I'm going into, and I don't know what I'm doing after that. Dispatch person is a couple of hours ahead of me on time zone, so hopefully the process of finding something is well underway. I want to get pointed back towards Tennessee direction. I want to go home. Yes, that is what we want to do. Look at it out here. If you can look past those bugs on my windshield, just lush, green prairie and farmland out here. Just nothing but the horizon out in front of us. I said we're going uphill a little bit. You're kind of gradually going uphill all the way to Denver. Get up there to the mile-high city, Not a lot to speak on this morning, as you can see. It's just, there's, scattered cars out, and it's just peaceful, quiet, and beautiful. Perfect environment, perfect situation to get driving done. Which I'm going to do that right now. I'll get back with you guys when I get around to the shipper there and let you know how that's going. See if this trucker's day is going to be for the good or for the better. But if it's morning time where you're at right now, have a good one. Have your coffee, have your breakfast, and let's chat again here in just a little while. I'm back. And I can throw in the seatbelt on. Excuse me for my voice there. A little messed up there. Let me adjust this. You see me putting my seatbelt on, so we're about to start moving. I made it to my delivery here in Aurora. Got it off reasonably quick. We've been sitting here waiting for a little bit. We've got a load we're about to go pick up. We're about to roll across to Golden, Colorado and pick up some empty, unused, ready for bottling beer cans. Nice light load. And it's going all the way across into Virginia. Not stellar on pay, but for getting out of Colorado, it's profitable. We'll take that. Then we're going to get to Virginia and see about working our way back home for the weekend. Maybe stay home for that holiday. itchy. I got some kind of I don't know if I got poison ivy or some sort of poison weed off of holding the dog from where he was dragging his belly in the grass, or if I'm just allergic to myself or my laundry detergent or what. It's driving me insane though. It won't go away. Yeah, I'm about to go to Golden, Colorado. Yep. And I'm like Hank Hill and all the boys out in the alley there when they're just drinking their beer. Yep. Yeah. Beautiful day out here. Beautiful, beautiful day. Let's put this bad boy in gear and start going. Pretty easy place to deliver here. They got 2 warehouses, of course, like it always goes. You go to the one and you go to the first one and it's never the right one. And you get moved across the street to another one. But no harm, no foul. They actually hopped on it really quick. Did a good, fast job of unloading it. And now we're on the way. I'd have liked to have already been gone, but 'tis what it is when looking for stuff on this here garbage spot market. Yep. Oh Lord, look, you can't see it on the camera good, I don't think, but right straight ahead of me, I can see down this little corridor in this industrial park here. I can see the Rocky Mountain peaks, still snow-capped sticking out there in front of me. Man, this part of the country is beautiful if you've never been out here. Hopefully we'll have those in view a little better as we'll be pointing towards them going to Golden over here. Man, still a significant amount of snow sitting on top of those up there. Beautiful to look at. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll be heading towards them, getting a little bit closer. We had another load we were potentially looking at, but it was going to have to go up and over to pick up, mountain pass route to pick the load up, and it was going to be a very heavy one, coming back down, then having to cross through Colorado Springs and all that. And it was going to be like over a 3-hour deadhead to get it. And then it was pretty short delivery. It was like 250 miles or something, but it was very heavy. And the route it was going to take and everything, it didn't add up to enough money to be attractive to me for the trouble that it was going to take to do it. And this one will take me, this is a much longer trip. Not near as good as rate per mile, but it's a lot more miles, so it adds up to some money. And it'll get us back to the other side of the country where we're going to need to be to get ourselves positioned to go home. It's all a big just dance. It's just a big game, just a big dance trying to, you got money here, you got money here, but it takes you to the wrong place. You got a load here that'll take you to the right place, but there's no money. It's just a big dance, big game, big ballet production, trying to find a happy medium of getting to where you want to be and getting paid decently, or as close to decent as you can get for it. It's quite frustrating, quite difficult with the state that the spot market is in. We're looking at possibly considering some other options that might work a little better for having a lifestyle and not having to rely quite so much just solely on spot market and brokers. I don't know that I'm going to do anything, but I am looking at something, and I'm also looking at something within the entertainment industry, but that comes along with a significant amount of time away from home. It would be one of the most interesting jobs I could imagine having, but I don't know. It can be okay money, pretty good money, considering a lot of the times you're not really even driving, you're getting paid to just be somewhere. But significant amount of time away from home, huge commitment. The other thing I'm looking at would not be near as interesting. It wouldn't even be as interesting as what I'm doing now, because it would be, the majority of it would be southeast, a lot of just mostly southeast regional, but it would remove a lot of pretty significant amount of overhead off of me as far as trailer rental and whatnot goes, and would offer quite a bit more opportunity to see the house regularly while still running my own truck and not being, completely under thumb. And I already asked them, I do not have to sacrifice in the way of speed limiting my truck. They said they don't speed limit to their owner. They don't mandate a set speed on their owner operators when you lease onto them. That's a big deal. It may seem like a silly thing to get hung up on, but when you're paying for the truck and you're running the truck and paying for the fuel that goes in the truck and all of that good stuff, it makes a difference, and it is a sticking point. You can ask just about anybody that runs their own truck. You want to be able to go at a minimum the speed limit, and a lot of companies don't even allow you to get up to the highway 70 mile per hour speed limit, company truck or owner operator. So it's a valid question to ask when you're shopping around for companies to lease onto, if you should be doing so. Yeah, here we are. We're jumping on 70. I'll be seeing a lot of this for the rest of the day. I'm going to be early for this pickup. We're going to see. We're going to see. I don't know if it's just going to be a just in time facility here where they're just, they put it on the truck as they're making it, or if it's sitting on the dock waiting on me ready to go. I would love for that to be the case, because I'd like to get going on 70 the other direction. Man, a lot of stuff being built around here. We're just right outside of it. We're essentially, Aurora is it's essentially part of Denver, more or less. It's its own city, but, part of the suburban network there. And we're pointing straight at the Rocky Mountains here. We got about 20, 22 miles, 25 miles, something like that total to go. So we'll get a little closer to them. We're not going over them, though. Stopping and golden. I'm curious to see what brand of beer cans I'm getting, or if they've even been printed up yet. I love can loads. Not gonna say they always pay the best, but they're light. This is gonna be under 7,000 pounds, excuse me, for the entire load from floor to ceiling, nose to tail. Super easy, and that's an awesome thing out here. You get a lot of wind, a lot of headwinds, a lot of crosswinds out here. I should be pointing gradually downhill once I, start heading that way and get out of Denver and everything for a while. So that'll help. But yesterday and this morning I drove just in headwinds all the way out here, and it's like I was doing amazing on fuel mileage there for a good portion of this trip. Then about midway through the day yesterday, I caught a headwind that just started destroying my fuel consumption. So it'd be nice to be going the other way after I get this on, and to have a light load to boot. I'll get blown around the road some. That's the one drawback of it. But man, for back pocket purposes, love these can loads. Yes. Oh man, a lot of cars, a lot of traffic. Looks like they've got tolls waived. Oh, apparently they're not charging tolls on their express lane and toll corridor through here right now for some reason. They must be under some heavy construction or replacing the toll system or something. That's not often you see that for them anywhere that has toll roads to be have an orange sign up on the big sign that says tolls waived. That's nice for anybody that's using that right now. Don't know the reason behind it, but don't ask questions. Just go hop on that express lane and boogie on down the highway. They're gonna give you a free express lane. Don't argue. Yeah, don't do me any good right now. But if you're in a car or something going through there right now, go jump over there and take off. Oh man, well, I'm getting all yawny. I'm gonna give you all the yawns. I'm not like sleepy or nothing. I'm just getting yawny. Probably, I'm up here at a little more elevation. I guess we're technically up by the Mile High City, I guess. While you can go much higher, when you get past Denver and you get way on up there, but way higher than the elevation at home. Maybe that's it. I'm kind of getting used to the slightly higher elevation here. A little bit thinner air up here. That may be what's making me yawn. I'm just not acclimated to it yet. That could be it. Because I'm not really sleepy, but I'm definitely yawning there. Body's wanting air. But instead of continuing to do that in your faces there, I'm gonna hop off here and finish this drive. And once I get there and get these cans on, I'll let you know if it's a tasty, delicious brand. Surely it's gonna be Coors of some sort or something owned by Coors, but you never know. We'll find out shortly. See you in a bit. Howdy ho! On the road again. Yeah. We got loaded up. Went to the warehouse. I got there early. They let me check in and everything. They gave me a door really fast. And then I didn't end up out of there until an hour past my appointment time. So they gave me a door and then didn't bother to touch it until past the appointment time. We got all kinds of time to get to where we're going in Virginia though, so it ain't no big thing. I don't like sitting around, but if I got to sit around, at least it was on a load where I'm not under the gun on this one right now. Hopefully we don't end up that way. Man, there's some big old buggy spots showing in my view there. Y'all, tell me to go wash my windshield and to buy some damn wiper washer fluid. I need to be providing a fine cinematic experience for y'all. We've got spots all over your view there. There's so many bugs though. Yeah, we got loaded up. It was a Ball Aluminum Products warehouse. I got 9,000 pounds of it's not all the, some of it's the weight of the skids and stuff, because cans really don't weigh that much, but I got 9,000 total gross pounds in the box of 16-ounce Miller Lite aluminum cans, the ones that look like bottles with the twist tops. I got capacity for a lot of beer back there, but I'm not hauling the weight of beer because all I've got is the cans. It's amazing to me though, I gotta take these things all the way across the country to Virginia. They made them over here, I'm taking them over there. A few weeks ago, I picked up cans made on that side of the country up in Pennsylvania and brought them to this side of the country in Salt Lake City. And then I picked up cans in Salt Lake City and took them back to Kansas City. Now the question is, they obviously have facilities to make cans on both ends of the country. Why are, like, this is why stuff is so expensive everywhere. It's like, why are we shipping stuff, you know, 1,500, 2,000 miles across the country when you've got facilities to make said product on that side of the country? I truly don't understand it. My beer could be a lot cheaper if y'all would just get your acts together. You know, all you beer corporations and Ball Aluminum, y'all need to coordinate and get on page here, because I could be paying a lot less for beer. We all could. Help us out. It's the small joys in life. Expensive beer is not a joy. Make it cheaper. Help us out. Yeah, but yeah. Good for me though. Helps my fuel mileage. Not a real lucrative load. Got a decent revenue on it. Not lucrative, but man, that not having a lot of weight on there sure does help. Especially once I get out of Denver here and kind of and gradually going back downhill instead of driving gradually uphill with a headwind. Hopefully I'll have a tailwind too. That'd be real great. That'd really help me make, you know, stretch this tank of fuel out. That'd add a little more profit, a little more meat on the bone on this trip here. We're going to I'm going all the way across to Lyndhurst, Virginia. Some warehouse over there. I gotta get all off on Interstate 64 and stuff. It probably ain't gonna be the funnest thing in the world, but it be what it be, and I'll get paid for my troubles. Not what I should, but I'll get paid for it. Yep. Oh, there we are. This altitude air up here's got me yawning again, people. Y'all gonna think I'm the tiredest person in the world, and I'm really not. I slept good the last couple of days. I feel fairly well rested. What's going on? I hope I'm not passing them yawnies on to you, because that really gets annoying. There we go. We're about to come down this hill out of Golden, kind of more into Denver here, looking down across the suburbs of the city there. Denver's a place I've been back and forth through and stopped in before in my trucking ventures, but I've never got to visit like the heart, like inner, like downtown, like the entertainment area of Denver and stuff. I got held over. I had a weekend layover here one weekend years ago. 1 year, yeah, so long it felt like a year. Yeah. But I just took off walking on foot. I'm a walker. I will just take off anywhere. And I dug up the map and the directions This is before everybody had smartphones and had, Google Maps and everything on it. So you had to, find your way on your little small regular phone screen over to what was the old map thing we used to use all the time way back in the day? MapQuest, was it? No, that's what we use now. That's Google. Yeah, MapQuest. Back in the day, you'd find that, write down your directions, or find you like a city map or something. All that's beside the point. But I just took off walking. I was parked at a truck stop somewhere near. It ended up being quite a walking adventure. I wore my feet plumb out, had some shoes that weren't cut out for it, but I walked and went to the Denver Zoo and their big, it was at the Natural Sciences Museum, I think it was, over there right next to the zoo. I just went by myself and had myself some cultural entertainment there. Got some scientific learning and went and watched the polar bear flipping around in his tank and seeing all the animals and stuff. I've always been somewhat of a lone wolf. I will take off and go do stuff by myself. It doesn't really bother me too much a lot of times. But that's what I've done in Denver. I've never actually just got to go and see the city, the downtown area, or never gone to a ball game or gone and checked out any of their food scene or anything like that, really. Oh, here it goes again. Oh, I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'd like to come visit, kick around Denver, like as a tourist sometime, not in a truck, or at least, if I am in a truck, have a couple of days and be able to go get a rental car or something, something along those lines, and actually just kind of be a tourist. But we go everywhere as truck drivers, but as many places as we go, we don't always really get to see much of anything. I like to see things. I'm a doer. I'm a seer. I'm an explorer. I'm a seeker. A seeker. A seeker. I love learning and seeing and I like knowing about my surroundings and what's there and what makes everything tick. But yeah. I'm not gonna stay on here for too long at the moment. I'm gonna try and get out of here and get on the outskirts of Denver and find a little fuel stop or Walmart or something. It's about time for sat there forever. All they had was one lone porta potty sitting in the very far corner of the parking lot, just baking in the sun. Didn't look awesome from a distance, and so I opted to not mess with it. Somebody just blew something up all over the place here. What am I running over? It's food boxes, styrofoam food boxes. Somebody just blew a crate of those up all over the interstate here. All right, great. Got some paper ones too. Somebody lost some freight there. Now the interstate's all trashy and everybody's slamming on their brakes. But yeah, the porta potty didn't look inviting. It's about time for a potty break. It's about time for a cold drink break. So get off here, get a couple of miles covered, and go find myself all of those things. You guys stay with me. Be good at it, and I'll be back in a little while. See you in a bit. Hey yo, we're still out here. We're getting towards the far eastern edge of Colorado. We are on I-70 now, where we'll be for quite a few hundred miles into tomorrow. I'll be stopping here in another hour or two for the day. I got less than 3 hours total left on the driving clock. I don't know if I'm going to completely run that out to the end because I got some squish time on this here trip. But I've been spending a lot of time on 80 recently and haven't really messed with 70. I haven't been down back and forth in or out of Colorado on 70 in quite some time. I mean, like years. But I've done a whole bunch of miles on 80 recently. And it gets windy over there, but let me tell you, wind is blowing right now. 70 said, I am going to outdo you, I-80. I'm going to show you what wind is really all about. And it is trying to show me. And it is just the crosswind. It was a headwind for a while. I was just talking about that a clip or two ago, about how I was looking forward to maybe getting the tailwind, and I'll be dang if I'm headed, last time I was headed west and the wind was blowing east. Now I'm headed east and the wind was blowing west straight into me. Now it's just kind of pounding at me from an angle here. It's really going. It's bouncing me to and fro, because I don't have a really heavy load on. It's these van trailers and stuff, you know, they just really get pushed around pretty easy when there's not much weight in them. But it is gorgeous out here. It is so wide open and free out here. It's amazing how much of nothing but prairie and farmland there is. I mean, just towns are few and far between. A lot of them are just, you know, just more or less just an exit with a store or something, you know. It's just kind of cool to drive out here sometimes, although it is a little tiring trying to fight this wind like this, but it is all right. The sun is out. It's not cloudy. Oh, I'm yawning again. It's an epidemic today, y'all. And it's not cloudy. Sky is blue. A little warm out there, but it's summertime. What's it supposed to be, right? I don't know. Where are we at here? I don't remember how many miles. I don't know what the final mile marker in Colorado is before we hit Kansas. See a mile marker coming up. We'll see where I'm at here. I don't know what part of, you know, town, municipality, county, whatever it is. I don't know really where I'm at in Colorado, other than I'm on 70 and almost out of Colorado. Let me see. What does this mile marker say here? I bet there's some of you drivers got all these states just memorized by heart. I used to know a lot of them, but 431, yeah, we're getting close to the end of Colorado. I used to know a lot of these, you know, end-to-end mile numbers, mile markers back in the day, but I've been doing the local thing for a while and just lost touch with the geography out here in a lot of ways. Oh, there were certain things I knew that I just don't remember anymore. Now I'm yawning, still not because I'm tired, but I stopped and got me a little something to eat. I think I'm coming down. I think my food has me coming down, and just feeling lazy, like I'm just not sleepy, yawning, feeling lazy, lackadaisical. It's that altitude air and the fact that I ate trashy food and I'm coming back down off of it. It's got to be what it is, right? So if you're a driver, where are you at today? Where have you been this week? Where are you headed? If you're not a driver, what are you doing? What are you doing with yourself this week? Where do you work at? What's your career of choice? Where do your paychecks come from? And if it's doing something way smarter than what I'm doing, send me a message. Tell me how to get in. I need some easier money. I'm just kidding. I am interested to know what everybody does, but I won't steal your job unless I have the chance and it's really good. I'm just joking. Man, it looks like that has already been, I don't know if that's a leftover from last year being harvested or if they've already harvested that field once. Corn, brown stalks, did they just not, maybe they didn't plow that one over and plant it this year. What's left over from last year? I don't know. Gotta be. Oh man. Here we go again. Yeah. I am going to have to stop an hour or two, just for sure. Maybe get out and go bonk my head on the side of the truck or something like that, just to bum. Let's see if we can wake myself all the way up here. I don't know what's happening. We're not in any danger though. I'm still very alert and ready to rock, ready to roll, ready to keep on going. Yeah. I'm just kind of rambling right now. Not seeing anything worth talking about. I stopped about 40-50 miles back, got me some, I was just going to run in the store, then there was a McDonald's that had truck parking, so I went and got me some trashy fast food. Other than that, rather uneventful. It's just been a exercise in holding the truck on the road from this wind. I'm gonna get off of here. Keep my fingers crossed for seeing something cool that I can show you guys. Been on a dry spell of showing you awesome things. I showed you the cool oversized loads yesterday. If you're a trucker, that was nothing new to you. But if you're not a trucker, you've probably never seen that before. Pretty neat. Maybe I'll see something else like that. Something interesting, something fun. But until I do, I'm gonna stop this here camera and I'm gonna keep on fighting this wind. Be back with y'all in a little while. Howdy do, y'all. We're done for the day. I knocked out the rest of my driving. I never did put the camera back in the windshield. We just wanted to get somewhere. We ran it down to our very last minute or two. I timed it just right. I found a spot on Trucker Path on their list of truck parking and stuff. Worked out. I made it just in time. Got a pretty good parking space too. It's a pretty good space at a pretty decent spot. It's out in the middle of nowhere. I'm in Waukene, Kansas. Out in the middle of nowhere, but my phone signal popped back real nice and strong here, and I'm getting good signal on the T-Mobile internet tower in here in the truck, so I'm streaming some stuff right now. Nice, quiet, clean lot. Nice, clean store. I lucked out. Not a bad place to stop. What is this? It's called the 24/7 Travel Center in Waukene, Kansas, off of I-70. Not bad. Not a bad little place to land. There's another store with a Subway across the street. This one's got a McDonald's in it and a little driver's room, and there's some other stuff across the other side of the bridge on the interstate there. Not a whole ton of stuff, but enough to make you not have to have a completely isolated stay. I was going to stay at a rest area. I don't necessarily have to have a truck stop or a store or anything like that, but I like to have them when they're available. Well, I was going to stop at the rest area, then I looked this up, and it was a few more miles down the road, and I had just enough minutes to squeak in here. But yeah, we did a pretty full day. Some of it got wasted from waiting on a new load and then getting loaded on the new load. I lost some driving hours that I would have liked to have had back and gotten a little further down the road, but it is what it is. We've got till Thursday to get this load here. We're sitting on it a little longer than I was hoping. I would say I'd deliver it early, but I don't think I'm going to beat their business hours but I don't think I'm going to beat their closing time by Wednesday. And as far as I can tell, they're not like a nighttime warehouse. They look like they pretty good, well, got steady daytime hours, and I don't think I would make it Wednesday. If I ran real hard, I could get there Wednesday, but I don't think I would make it by the time they are done. So no harm, no foul in losing the hours a day. Well, I mean, it is kind of puts a damper on the week, but it's going to get us to Virginia, and then Virginia is hopefully going to get us home. We're actually going to take a day or two off instead of just a weekend, I believe. Financially, don't need to. Mentally, need it very much. Going to do it. And also toss around some options for future possibilities. Been discussing that with Aaron. The lady and I have been discussing it, and we'll see what happens. We're watching got the HBO Max. Well, it's just called Max now. I still call it HBO Max. Watching on season 2 of Righteous Gemstones. Pretty hilarious show. I like being able. This little T-Mobile internet tower is pretty nice having around. Not really supposed to be taking it traveling, from what I understand, but it does work traveling, and I dig it. It's making my streaming life a lot better. I mean, I can stream off my phone, but man, this is got the TV and the TV linked up to it, and I can link the laptop up to it. And my phone and the TV are linked up to it right now, so it's nice. Nice. It streams pretty solid even on a weaker signal, so that's pretty cool. But maybe some Dinty Moore beef stew. Had some of that truck cab gourmet in here. Some Dinty Moore beef stew and some nice bread to dip in that gravy there. Had us a Mrs. Fields cookie. Got some dark chocolate over here I've had sitting in the refrigerator for a couple of days. Big dark chocolate candy bar. 80%. What do we got? We got the
Yeah, we got the 85%. Yeah, that's a good dark stuff. Not much sweet to that. I like it. Yeah. So we're just chilling. We're gonna get up in the morning. Not gonna sleep late, but I'm not gonna get up like super stupid early either. I'm gonna get me some reasonable rest, and we're gonna knock out, 600-700 tomorrow. See where we land. We'll definitely get out of Kansas, and we'll probably get out of Kansas and probably out of Missouri too. We'll see. We will see. But, yeah, not a lot to speak of here. I'm doing this video again. I think I did the last one I put up. I think I did it without any hyperlapse video in it. I'm gonna try that again on this one. I may go back to adding a little bit in there for a little bit of flavor. So I got one comment saying that he liked it without the hyperlapse, and I got another one commenting that they like the hyperlapse. So we're gonna go kind of back and forth. Maybe every other one we'll leave the hyperlapse out, and and then the other one we'll throw a little bit in there for a little bit of flavor. We're gonna try that. As far as music of the day goes, I don't know where to go with that. I was kind of a mixed bag today on that. But my oldest kiddo sent me a message today wanting to learn some of the ins and outs of punk rock, which I was very proud. Wanted to know a list of like the core bands and some other stuff like that. Getting really interested in studying up on some punk rock, which is cool. Look, I've got a punk rock shirt on right now. These guys are from South Carolina, I believe. Shout out to the Shim Creeps. We shared a stage with them on the couple of shows that I got to fill in on bass with Scattered Hamlet. Cool guys, cool band. Yeah, so punk rock is the way to go today. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to recommend one singular album, but I'm just going to say, get back sometime if you've ever had a slight interest in any punk rock and enjoyed it at all, but you've never really took a dive into it. Go back to the real late 70s. You go to the late 70s, early 80s, and check some of that stuff out. There's so much good music from that time. Some of the recordings leave a little bit to be desired, very lo-fi, but it's part of the charm of a lot of it. It just raw, just is what it is music. Just some great stuff from back then. Go back and get on the prime era of Black Flag, all the Ramones albums, the Danzig era Misfits. Just never mind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols, all the UK sub stuff, Dead Kennedys. Go dive into some of that stuff. I'm not gonna throw just a definite album to go check out. I'm gonna throw out like that whole time period in that genre. Go back and check some of the pioneers out and listen to it. Some of it is really, really, really great stuff. I love it. One of my favorite things on earth is good old school, back in the day, the real authentic, real deal punk rock from back then. That's my recommendation. Do like my kid, go back and check that stuff out. Until then, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'll get you back out on the road with me tomorrow morning. We'll get through and out of Kansas, see where we end up. Wake up and go with me in the morning. Let's go trucking. Bye-bye for tonight.